Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate you. I'm giggling because these are the first words I have spoken today, and I did not realize how terrible I sound. Oh my god. I've been sick, or I was sick last week with something. I don't know what. There's so much stuff going around Denver right now. And I sound a lot worse than I feel. Today, to round off January, I am doing a good old Gorlworld catch up because my god, there are even more things to talk about. And in my last one, I was like, oh, there's not a whole lot. And then like that day, the infamous Crumbl cookie video got leaked. And yeah, so I was like, I'll just talk about it in the next one. So we're going to talk about it today. So let's just get into it. But before we get into today's video, I want to thank today's video sponsor, Flexispot. Now, Flexispot has been a longtime friend of the channel. I think they are like one of, if not the first brand to ever work with me on this channel. And I've shown you a lot of their products, including desks, hair dryers, things like that. But today I am here to talk to you about their C7 Max Premium Ergo office chair. I already had a pretty nice chair for my desk, and I wasn't sure how this one was gonna live up to it. But honestly, this has become my new desk chair, and my old chair is going to go at my craft table when I get that set up in my office. The C7 Max Premium Ergo chair features a 3D headrest, independent backrest height adjustment, adaptive lumbar support, 135-degree backrest recline, and so much more. My two favorite features with this chair, though, have to be the hidden footrest, so I can sit crisscross applesauce when I'm at my desk, and the 5D armrest. The 5D armrests really allow me to adjust them so that my elbows and my whole forearm and everything feels supported when I'm at my desk and I don't start feeling like wrist fatigue or anything like that. The foam cushion that the seat is made of is also super comfortable, and paired with the adaptive lumbar support that the backrest has, it gives me all the comfort that I need for the many long days every week that I spend sitting right here at my computer. The seat is made of latex cotton and memory foam to offer a firm, springy comfort, and it's also mold resistant and hypoallergenic. The adjustable backrest can accommodate suggested heights from 5'7" to 6'9", and I'm 5'8", and I find it to be very comfortable. Flexispot also offers a 30-day return policy, so you can try it risk-free, and then they also have a 10-year warranty with direct replacement for damaged parts. To shop the C7 Max and everything else that Flexispot has to offer, use the link down below in my description, and as always, thank you to Flexispot for sponsoring today's video, and thank you so much to you guys for continuing to interact with my content so that brands like Flexispot want to keep coming back and work with me. Alright, let's just get back into the nonsense. So before I get into the rest of today's video, I just want to plug the music that's going to be in the background of this video. The song is called Cupcake Pop by KJ Cup, and I know her as Karen. We grew up together in youth theater, and I am just so proud of everything that she is doing. And I saw her when I was home in Michigan for Christmas, and I was like, yes, please send me music to put in my videos, because if I have this channel, if I can use my channel for anything else, I definitely want it to be to help my friends in their artistic endeavors, because I have a lot of artistic friends. And yeah, so definitely go check it out. I'll have it linked down below in the description on the streaming platforms. You can find it. And yeah, it's a super fun song. And yeah, I just wanted to give her a little shout out here. So hey. Okay, now let's get into it. Last time we covered Amberlynn, I did like a spark notes of her entire half-assed Vlogmas that she did in December, and not a whole lot of developments had happened, right? But then, literally the day I posted it, the infamous Crumbl cookie video that Alexis alluded to when she was spilling all the tea in August, got leaked. And so I was like, okay, I'll just cover it in a January video, so that's what we're doing here. Rarity still has not been found. Still hadn't been found, hasn't been found. The first thing I want to talk about is the Crumbl cookie video leak. First mention of this on Amberlynn's channel that we got was from a vlog on December 30th called My Crumbl Cookies video was leaked, celebrating my birthday and surprise from Tommy. So if you don't know what the Crumbl cookie video is, back in like last, I don't know, like April, maybe, Amberlynn was dating a woman named Erica. She called her Valentine on her channel, and they had never met in person. They had only formed this relationship via like technology, like DMs, texting, FaceTime, whatever. She had filmed a video of herself eating a Crumbl cookie because Erica really liked Crumbl cookies, and it was like very seductive. I have not watched the video since it's been leaked. I have no desire to watch the video, but from what I have heard, it's the kind of video that if Amberlynn posted it to YouTube, it would definitely be demonetized and maybe possibly threaten her entire platform. It's a backstory on the Crumbl cookie video. It got leaked. And so in this vlog, Amberlynn opens with saying that it's her 34th birthday, which just with the fact that she is like older than me is just so shocking to me every single time. But she gushes about the roses that Tommy sent her and shows her celebrating with her family. Cut to the next day, she starts talking about how the Crumbl cookie video got leaked. With this video, I want to emphasize like how she was talking about this happening.
Who did it? Who did it? Fess up. It's December 28th, and I woke up today with my sex tape leaked. Okay, it's not really a sex tape. You guys remember the whole Crumbl cookie extravaganza? Well, she's back. All right, who did it though? Like, who did it?
And so put a pin in that attitude for later. She straight up accuses Erica / Valentine of being the one who leaked it and calls it revenge porn and says it's illegal. But then after going off about the video, she then just cuts to showing presents she got for her birthday. And I'm pretty positive there are screenshots in other videos that talk about this of Erica like vehemently denying that she leaked the video. She's like, I did not do this. And then we get another video called The Truth Behind My Crumbl Cookies video. So Amberlynn came back a few days later, talking about the Crumbl video situation, and talks about how when she found out about the video leak that she only knew that like 2 reaction channels had seen it, and she thought that they had been sent this directly like on Twitter or something like that. She thought it was Erica just trying to get under her skin. And so that's why she came to the internet like immediately blaming, sorry, I have like a crook in my neck, immediately blaming Erica Valentine. And also she said why she had that like flippant attitude towards it. But then she found out how many people had seen this video. She doesn't talk about this in the video, in this video, but it was found that it was being sold on like feeder websites because more people had seen it than she initially thought when she first talked about it. That's when she started to feel like violated about this whole thing. And I don't have screenshots of this. I know other reaction channels do and whatever. I think that night after this video, she just like lost it. Like she even admitted saying like, I was having a BPD episode, like I was losing it, which doesn't excuse the behavior. But it is an explanation. And she went off in one of Oh Lordy It's Jordy's live stream chats. And I know that there were like a million community tab posts involved as well, just like attacking Jordy, attacking people, calling her a liar, because the big conspiracy is that she leaked it herself. And so people in the chat were calling her a liar. Mr. Snowflake made a video going over all the screenshots of when this happened, like this meltdown happened and everything. So that happened. You could tell that she was like really, she was losing it. Like as someone who also has a mental illness that like makes you lose it sometimes too, like she was losing it. All of that has since been deleted. And it got to the point in Jordy's chat as well where Jordy had to like block her because she was being so like, whoa. Erica is either current or ex-wife, I don't know what's going on, is named Brittany. And then in this video, The Truth About My Crumbl Cookies video, she passes the blame from Erica to Brittany because in her mind there are only 4 people I think that that have it or that had the video, and none of the other people made sense, and so she just thinks it like had to be one of them. And she reiterates in this video like she talked about before, if she posted it herself she would have made sure that it was like high quality, the sound was on, everything, because she's proud of it and she's proud of what that video that she created. The video being sold on feeder websites, it was being posted by an account called Walnut. I think I saw something about how there's so much with it and there's so much to connect, and I've been sick, so like I'm sorry if this is like so hard to follow. Some people were thinking that Walnut was Tommy, and I do think that maybe on the forums this may or may not have been confirmed. I don't know. I'm just throwing it in there so you have everything you need to know. And the account was also trying to impersonate Amber, like in the other content it was posting as well, which is disgusting. In the video titled "This is Detrimental, Can't Believe This Happened, and Tommy Came to Visit Me" vlog, she addresses the Walnut allegations and vehemently denies that Tommy is Walnut and calls it defamation, which it's not. It's not okay to impersonate people in content like this, or even to impersonate Tommy posting it, but I also don't think it's defamation. In a more recent vlog from like a few days ago, Amberlynn says that supposedly Walnut contacted Jordy and confirmed that they are not Amberlynn, but of course she's saying that he's not sharing this because it would go against his narrative against her, but I'm thinking he may just be confirming. I don't know. When I first saw that this all happened, I honestly felt bad for Amberlynn because like she didn't ask for this to be posted, and like I know people are saying like, oh, she shouldn't have sent it or whatever, but like she didn't ask for this to be posted. And for me, like I would feel extremely violated if this happened, no matter who posted it. Like even if it was someone trying to like just get under my skin or something like that, like even if they just sent it privately to a reaction channel, all of that, like I would still be really bothered by it. Like I said, she didn't consent to this video being spread around at all. Seen a lot of people criticize her on how they don't know how she could feel violated if she herself has admitted to like thinking about releasing it herself, like behind a paywall. And the difference is that if she released it behind a paywall and on her own, she's sharing it on her own terms. Like she's consenting to that, right? And so there is a big difference there for me. I will say, I do think with how Amberlynn meets people in her DMs and stuff like that as a public figure online, I do think, and I'm not saying it's her fault that this happened, that's not what I'm saying when I say this, I just think she's too trusting of people she meets on the internet and people that she just immediately starts dating in DMs and stuff like that. Like, she's too trusting. I myself am like very leery about stuff that I share with people, especially photos and things like that, because of the platform that I have, and mine's like less than half the size of hers. I just think she's too trusting. I think this was all really unfortunate. I think the person impersonating them on the websites is gross, and I don't know. And this is assuming I found all the information. There was a lot to piece together. So if I'm missing something, if I'm missing a key detail, like let me know. But from what I know, this is gross, and I'm sorry that this has happened to her. But I will also say, and again, I'm not saying this is her fault, when you exchange stuff like that with other people, you are kind of opening up the risk of something like this happening. Should you trust the person? Should the person not be an asshole and not do this? Absolutely. It's all on them. If my relationships ever get to that point, like I need to know that I can trust that person wholeheartedly with this kind of content, especially because I am a public figure. So there's that. Also in January, we got a 4-part Q&A series, which was all pre-recorded, and she did it because she was going to be really busy and she wasn't sure if she was going to have time to film a whole lot. So she sat down and answered 100 questions, because what else is she going to do? In the first one, called Feeder Allegations, Living Life at 600 Pounds and Resenting Alex, she blames not sharing her weight gain on her channel after stopping semaglutide the most recent time because of the allegations against Tommy.
You guys know I have done Ozempic/semaglutide twice. The first time I did it, when I stopped, I gained so much weight so freaking fast. I had a weird feeling it was gonna happen again, and I tried really hard not to let it happen, but sadly, I didn't try hard enough. It is very common that once you stop taking it, you gain your weight back. So normally, I wouldn't have cared to share that because I've always shared that. But then all of a sudden, all of these rumors about my girlfriend were happening that were not true, because that is not the way our relationship is. I knew that if I came on here and said, I'm gaining weight because that's how the cookie crumbles, no pun intended, people would automatically blame her, when ultimately it was my doing, and it's the pattern that I've had my whole life since I was literally like 10 years old when I had my first diet. It was just easier for me not to share those things anymore. I want to protect and cherish the people in my life that I care about. The rumors about Tommy are not true.
Put a pin in the word allegations, okay, for later. We're going to talk about this. And she also confirms that she's not currently 600 pounds, which based on what she's saying, I agree with her. And she also denies being in a feeder-feedee relationship. The next part was called Being Fetishized, Being Portrayed as the Villain, and Trisha Paytas is a Liar. A question in this video compared her lying to Trisha Paytas' lies, which I was like, if this question is real from like a real person that watches Amberlynn, why would you put that seed in her head? Why would you do that? Tommy also FaceTimes her in this video and she keeps it in and it's cringy, but I think it's just like trying to reiterate to us that her girlfriend likes her, which we'll get to. And then she also talks about how, quote, every single one of the reaction channels surrounding her channel aims to portray her negatively and purposely look for negative things to talk about her with. And I think if we are talking about reaction channels from like yesteryear, so I would say honestly 2020 for me, I would say absolutely, because I remember seeing, and I had to take a break from reaction channels. I made a video about reaction channels a while ago. I've since privated it since I've started making these kinds of videos. I didn't want to like seem hypocritical, I guess. I just changed my mind and learned more because I had to take a break from reaction channels. I made a video kind of critiquing them because they were so nitpicky. Like, they would critique like her home decor choices. For me, I remember some of them still doing the nitpicking even when she had cancer, and that just seemed like in such poor taste to me. Like, I just didn't understand that. But I think now, a lot of reaction channels, and obviously not everyone has, but I think a lot of them have moved on from the nitpicking and have moved to using the context of Amberlynn's entire channel, entire presence on the internet, to lend constructive criticism and gossip. And that's what I like to think I am doing here. Another question like talks about how audiences support other channels. In this instance, they referenced Alexis Shook, another popular reaction channel. They support reaction channels like long absences, but come for her when she takes a break. And I think the main difference here is that Amberlynn just disappears. I don't know if Alex gave his audience a heads up. I've watched his content before, so I would think he did. But Amberlynn never really tells her audience when she's gonna take a break. She just leaves. And given Amberlynn's health, I think that's dangerous because I think a lot of people's minds kind of go to the worst when she's gone for weeks at a time or like a month at a time. The next one in the Q&A series is called My Lies Are Haunting Me, calling out specific reaction channels and updates on Rarity, part 3. Not a whole lot happened in this one. She just calls out Karina Kaboom and Oh Lordy It's Jordy and talks about how she doesn't like them, and also says that there are no updates on Rarity. So the fourth one is the one that I really want to talk about a little bit more. It's called Opening Up About My Relationship with Tommy, Foster Care, and the Tea on Reaction Channels. And this is the last part in this series that she did. Tommy calls her in this one again and again. She keeps it in to prove that her girlfriend supposedly likes her. She mentions a fan art competition where there's going to be a cash prize for whoever wins. Going off of Amberlynn's track record with things that she's done on her channel that have prizes, I'm concerned. She goes into more about her foster care timeline because somebody asks, but then she talks about how she doesn't like talking about foster care on YouTube because of the haters and she doesn't want people to pick it apart, which I totally understand. But I'm also like, girl, why do you keep talking about it then? I don't know. The second to last question in this video is the one that I really want to talk about because the way it was handled with her is awful. Basically, somebody asks her if she thinks that Zachary Michael needs her to keep making the amount of money that they make on YouTube. The way she answers this question is vile. Basically, she says that in order to keep making the money that they do, which, like, how do you know how much money Zach makes, first of all? Zach does need to keep making videos about her, which Zach has never denied that his Amberlynn videos are the ones that perform the best on his channel. But then she basically implies that when she takes a break from posting, that Zachary Michael basically fakes struggling with their mental health to not post on their channel while she's not posting.
Like, it's just a really weird coincidence to me that, like, when I take weeks off and I've done it a few times recently. Let's hope that doesn't happen anytime soon. But it's just really weird to me that when I take weeks off, all of a sudden, Zachary Michael is going through mental health problems and he can't post and he doesn't know what to post and he doesn't feel motivated. Oh, but the minute Amberlynn Reed posts, there's his reaction. It's just, it doesn't make sense. Actually, yes, it does. He needs me.
And to this, I will let Zach do the talking for us.
And he can't post. And
First of all, you dumb ass fucking bitch.
But in all seriousness, like, you can tell that Zach, it rightfully so, was really upset with this implication. And they do break down some receipts in that video. And that video is called Amberlynn Reed Won't Go to Therapy, but we'll talk about my mental health. And so go check that out if you want to see it. I'll have it linked down below. I think this was such an unfair statement to make because, like Zach said, like, they are nothing but supportive of Amberlynn taking breaks to work on her mental health. And also, Zach has been very public about going through a breakup of a long-term relationship for the last however many months, and she knew that because she's commented on it. And so this comment from her was just, I was like, oh my God, like, I can't believe you just said that. I can't believe you said that, you edited it, and then you posted it thinking it was a good idea. Amber actually responds to Zach's response that I just clipped in here in a later vlog called Responding to Zachary Michael and Meal Plan with Me, where she calls what Zachary Michael said, quote, verbal abuse. Which is absolutely asinine. And then she says this in defense of what she said about Zach.
I said something about Zach, saying that like his mental health issues is the reason why he can't upload. But then the minute that I upload, he has a reaction. That is the only thing I have ever said about Zachary Michael's mental health.
Which is such a misrepresentation of what she said to begin with. In the most recent one, she said that Zach doesn't upload because of their mental health. In the original clip, she said that she thinks it's a strange coincidence that when she's not uploading, Zach happens to be dealing with his mental health, so they can't upload either, right? She said it's a strange coincidence. And those two things, not the same, okay? The first clip, she insinuated that Zach basically fakes his mental health issues when she's not posting as an excuse to not upload himself. And now she's trying to rewrite it saying that, oh, Zach, I just said Zach doesn't upload when he's dealing with his mental health. No, girl, that's not what you said. That's not what you said. This pissed me off. Like this, I have a very soft spot in my heart for Zachary Michael, okay? Like, they are really the only reaction channel that I watch just to watch. I watch Zach for entertainment. I watch their live streams. I have a very soft spot in my heart for Zachary Michael. Their videos have gotten me through some very rough times this year and in other years past. And he is nothing but respectful to her. Like, yes, does he take some sassy jabs? Sure. But so do I. So do all of us, because quite frankly, she deserves them, right? If I'm being completely honest, like, hands down, by a mile, he is always the most respectful of all of the reaction channels that exist, and actually gives Amberlynn like constructive feedback. And so I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, what a bitch move. Like, yeah, that was so uncalled for. Also coming from someone who so blatantly uses her mental health as like a shield from any criticism at all. Her mental health that she, I guess now is trying to get help for, but for the longest time has just like not gotten help for or support for. This pissed me off, and so I want to talk about it for a little bit here, but that's that, and it was gross and it made me mad, so let's just move on. There is another video called Betrayed by Alexis Again, This Has to Be Illegal, and taking my first semiglutide shot. In this video, Amberlynn talks about how her friend Alexis went rogue again after them trying to become friends again after everything that happened in August. Again, go watch that video of mine if you haven't. There's a whiteboard involved and print out pictures. I love that video. It's like one of my favorite videos I've ever made. Alexis was basically sharing a whole bunch of shit and secrets and saying a lot of mean things about Amber in Jordy's live chat and also in comments on reaction videos and stuff like that. And I'm not going to go into that too much in this video because I don't understand why Amberlynn tried being friends with her again in the first place after what happened last year. And also, I just straight up don't trust Alexis. Like, I'm living my truth. I do not trust Alexis. I don't think I'm alone in that. In my video with the whiteboard and everything, I talked about how a lot of what Alexis shares is just purely speculation. Also, a lot of it, especially what she shared back in August, was not her story to tell. And a lot of what Alexis does and talks about, and how she talks about it, very much came off last year and even I think this year as giving very much like scorned lover vibes, right? And I say this because she did talk about last year how her and Amberlynn had talked about maybe taking their friendship like to a different level, but they both decided against it. And yeah, I just don't trust Alexis's narrative. I don't put a lot of weight into it. But I just wanted to mention that they fell out again because Alexis went rogue again. So throughout the whole month of January also, Amberlynn has been back on semiglutide, and she's doing it with, I think, like an actual doctor now, because she found out that the way that they administered the semiglutide pre-Tommy at the med spa that she was going to, they weren't doing it correctly. She went on it again with an actual doctor, which I would implore anybody to do with any kind of injectable. She did cover in a previous vlog that she had gained a lot of weight since coming off of semiglutide the most recent time, and says, of course, like that's a very common thing. It happens to everybody, blah, blah, blah. But I and a lot of other people, I talked about this in my last recap, also kind of figured that her confirmed feeder girlfriend may have had something to do with her drastic weight gain. And yeah, so we'll get to that again at the end of this video. There are a lot of vlogs about the medication and the things she's eating on it and things like that sprinkled throughout January. But as of January 25th, she says that semiglutide isn't working because she's maintaining, and that she has an appetite and food noise. And she said that she's going to keep it pushing and keep going because she's only on the second week of it or something, or the third week. But I personally think this is probably her setting us up for her to quit again. Just my pattern recognition and me having just watched Amber for such a long time. That's personally my opinion. Also, I want to mention, Beck came back this month. They posted a video to their YouTube channel, responding to the fact that Amberlynn was talking about them in live chats, and they felt that they needed to come on and respond. Amberlynn was talking about them, and they have asked so many times, just stop fucking talking about, that's me putting words in their mouth, but like, stop fucking talking about me. She just refuses, like, because she just feels the need to defend herself and lie. Because I saw a video, I was watching a Karina Kaboom video on the Beck thing, and somebody commented and was like, I'm pretty sure Beck could come out and say anything about Amberlynn and we would still be on Beck's side. And I totally agree. In this video, Beck says that they basically no longer feel like they need to be silent against Amberlynn and that they want her to come take a stand for themselves. And I was like, so excited, because Beck is such a cutie patootie. Like, this video is basically just one giant clap back to Amberlynn saying random shit about them on the internet, even though they continually ask her not to do that. And it's a great video, and I don't want to take too much away from Beck's video because I'm going to link it down below, and I want you all to go check it out for yourselves and give Beck the AdSense that they deserve. But again, it is so good to hear Beck sounding so warm and happy and strong, and I'm so proud of them for getting online and defending themselves when they feel like they want to. So now we're in like present times. Like a few days ago, Tommy dumped Amberlynn. Mr. Snowflake made a video on January 25th showing a screenshot of Emily, is her name, is Tommy's actual name, Emily/Tommy's FetLife account, which, if you don't know what FetLife is, it is basically like kind of like a dating app kind of thing for like fetish communities, which normally super chill, great, love that for you, do not care, so long as nobody's getting hurt. And that's where my issue with feederism comes in. But on this account, one of the things she puts that she's into is feederism/weight gain, and that she likes BBWs or SS BBWs, which is supersized BBWs. After this, Emily posted to her Instagram saying, I want to stand up for myself and clear a few things up. 1. I've never denied my preferences. Amberlynn was fully aware of everything from the very beginning of our relationship.
Rumors about Tommy are not true.
People are now using my preferences as an excuse to invade what little privacy I have left. It's just a way to justify crossing boundaries and looking into my life far beyond what's appropriate. They want to excuse doxing every small detail they uncover about me. Just because Amberlynn is a public figure doesn't mean I am. For being with her isn't an open invitation for people to scrutinize my entire life. There should still be some level of respect. This level of harassment speaks volumes about people posting it more than any quote-unquote tea about me. So with this post, I can kind of understand where Tommy's coming from, but like when you start dating someone who's a public figure online, I do think it is the responsibility of the public figure in the relationship to be like, hey, this is what I do, this is my community, this is how they can be, especially with Amberlynn. Do you want me to post you, or can I post you? If not, totally chill. I have that conversation with my friends on Instagram and stuff like that, like with partners, everything, because I have an online following too, and I know that not everybody wants to be in that, and I totally understand. And also, I like having some semblance of privacy, my partners and my friends and stuff like that too. But what I will say is Emily, according to Amberlynn, Emily did consent to being posted on Amberlynn's content and stuff like that. I could see Amberlynn maybe misrepresenting to her how nosy and how invasive her community, or the community surrounding her channel, can be. I could absolutely see Amberlynn misrepresenting that. She did consent to being posted on Amberlynn's channel, and that does open you up to some level of an invasion of privacy, I feel, in my personal opinion. Like, I know if I ever posted a partner or something that, like, y'all wouldn't go digging into their lives. Like, I know that is not something that would happen. Amberlynn's community will. The community surrounding Amberlynn will. I'm getting comfortable because I'm tired now. I have not filmed since I've been sick, and I'm like, whoa, I have not done this in a long time. The fact that she starts this statement off just being like, Amberlynn knew, guys, like Amberlynn knew what I was into, whatever, is so funny to me, because throughout the entirety of their relationship, Amberlynn was like, absolutely not, no, like deny, right? But Tommy's like, nah, she knew. And honestly, I believe her. On January 26th, Amber went live twice, confirming that her and Tommy had broken up. Well, in the first live, she said she didn't know if she was single or not. In the second live, she confirmed that they did break up. And she basically says that the hate and the harassment that they've gotten online is the reason that Tommy broke up with her. And she also says that she's not doing okay, and she doesn't know how she's gonna be okay, and alludes to wanting to stop YouTube if she had the ability to do that. And so many people were like, girl, like, Indeed, Glassdoor, entry-level jobs, like they exist. I will say the job market right now, and everything sucks in America, but like, there are things. Obviously breakups suck no matter what. I have not been very quiet about not liking this relationship, and so I can't say that I'm sad to see Emily go. Not that I think Amberlynn is a good partner either. I've said that multiple times, gone into detail on that a lot on my channel too, but I think this relationship has done nothing but negatively impact Amberlynn. And so I cannot say that I'm sad to see Emily go, and I'm not surprised that this happened, because people really did kind of come for Tommy a lot. Anyways, that's where we're at. Honestly, researching this video and putting this all together was a great distraction, because holy crap, has living in America for the past week felt like being awake during surgery. Oh my god. So this, like, talking about silly little gossipy kind of things was really nice. Leave a rainbow emoji if you made it this far. And thank you so much to Flexispot for sponsoring this video and sending me this chair, because I love this chair. It's super comfortable. Let me know what you think about everything down below. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, drink your water, take your meds if you need them, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully with more of a voice. Okay, bye.